Hello, my loves. I am Raven Douglas, and this is The Journey. Our guest today is beautiful. She is stylish, and she has really established her name in the track and field world. Spirit Morgan is 2025 CAA high jump champion. She is also the field athlete of the year and was acknowledged for being second team All-American. Today, she joins us to share her story, her perspective, and also drop a few gems of knowledge. Let's get into it. Okay. Well, first, just thank you for coming. Thank you for spending your time with us. I'm excited to get started.
Thank you for having me.
Yes. Okay. I think it's an obvious start for you. Big 2025 season, CAA champion for high jump, CAA field athlete of the year. Can you talk about what really went into your success for this season?
Yeah. So when it comes to my success, I would definitely say it was me being consistent, right? Me being disciplined, because if I'm like kind of comparing my now success to my previous success, which wasn't really success to me, but I'll take it. I just really, the difference is I just wasn't as disciplined and as consistent as I am now, right? So just figuring out how to be disciplined and how to do things despite how I feel, right? Doing the things that I know I need to do in order to get to where I need to go, right? So yeah.
Yeah, that's good. And I would say consistency was also like a big word for me this year. I was trying to, be more intentional before. Like I know, especially last year, I was not as intentional with everything that I was doing. So let me ask you this: when it comes to stepping into consistency, how did you really get yourself started? Did you create a routine? Did you kind of tell yourself things? Like how did you really make it work for yourself?
So that's a great question, first of all. For one, I feel like as athletes, we don't like to lose, right? I don't like to lose. I want to get first place all the time. I don't know about the rest of the athletes on there, right? But I love to get first place, right? So there was a big meet where I didn't get first place, right? I got dang near like last place, right? And that kind of opened up my eye and it showed me like, okay, what can I do differently to get a different result and get the result that I want, right? So with that, it was, you have to work hard, right? You have to outwork everybody else, right? You have to be able to work as hard as you can and not let anybody else work harder than you, right? Because if you work as hard as you can, your success is inevitable, right? So what I did was I literally looked myself in the mirror and told myself, every single day you have to put forth the effort to reach your goals, right?
That's good.
You have to work and you can't get outworked. That's just what it is, right?
That's
so
good.
If you work as hard as you can, your success is literally inevitable. Now, for me, I would definitely for me, I have to stay organized. I have ADHD. If I'm not staying organized, everything is all over the place.
Okay.
Right? So on like Sunday nights, right, I would plan out my whole week.
Okay.
Right? Or using like my Google Calendar or whatever it is that I need to do. I don't give myself like an option to not do what it is that I need to do. For example, like meal prepping, making sure I do homework, getting out my outfits the night before. This helps me stay disciplined because I have no choice but to put on my outfits for practice and but to eat the right foods and stay consistent on my diet. So I would say it's just building a routine for yourself and building great systems, because you need systems in order to achieve the things that you need to achieve. That's it.
That's so good.
Yes.
So now let's think about this. So for you, it's been, you've had to do so, create these routines and be a successful athlete in different locations, Virginia, then to Cincinnati, and now to Greensboro. Can you talk about how in those different locations you kind of found your way?
Yeah. So for me, right, I don't think location matters, right? So it's all up to you. You can make a name in whatever location you're in, right? It doesn't matter where you are. You can be out the country. Make a name for yourself, right? Because you are the location, right? And I feel like for me, especially because at first when I transferred over to NCAT, I didn't know what NCAT was. I've never heard of NCAT like a day in my life, right?
Okay.
So I was, especially coming from Cincinnati, I was kind of scared because it was like, especially it was like a lot of outside noise coming into my brain telling me like, that's a small school, you know, you can't really achieve anything there. You're not going to get as much as much connections and as much outreach as you did at Cincinnati. And it kind of got in my brain because I'm like, okay, I want to make a name for myself. And if I'm at a small school, then I can't do that. But that is a lie. Right? So you can do whatever you put your mind to. You can make a name for yourself. You can build your brand, right? Just work as hard as you can, right? So location does not mean anything. As long as you put yourself out there wherever you are, you're gonna build a name for yourself. And that's just what it is. So
y'all heard her. You are the location.
Exactly.
Hello. And then after coming to A&T, like there is the way the Aggie alum, like,
yes,
it just runs so deep. I don't feel like I've been able to go anywhere without seeing somebody, especially if I'm in an Aggie shirt.
Exactly. No, yes.
Like, it's been great.
No, same for me. And I literally just got here.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah, I love it. Okay, so now asking you, as an athlete, how big would you say track and field plays when it comes to your idea? Okay, let me word this even better.
That is a great question. So I've done track and field my whole life.
Okay.
Right. So that was all I knew. Right. That's if I want to be noticed, I would tell everybody my achievements in track and field. Right. But it wasn't until I got hurt where I had to realize, like, okay, who am I outside of track and field? Right. Track and field is not just me. That is not who I am. Right. So I had to figure out the things that I like outside of track and field. And with that, it was, okay, what makes me happy? What makes me feel at peace? What do I like to spend my time doing besides practicing and lifting weights?
Right.
And it's like, what is it that, so for, like, let me just give you an example. Like, let's say I'm talking to a stranger. And I want them to know, like, my achievements. What is it that you can tell them that is separate from your athletic achievements?
Yeah.
Whatever that is who you are, right?
Yeah.
So figure out who you are outside of your sport. Figure out what makes you happy outside of your sport, because your sport is literally not going to be forever. So with me, it was like, okay, I have to figure out what it is I like to do when I'm not high jumping. Because high jumping, it makes me happy.
Yeah.
I like to go to the bar. Like, so it's like, as athletes, we, especially with our sport, it's like we have that love. It's just like I can't think of the word, but it takes us away from the real world. It's like an escape. Right? Yeah, it's like an escape, right? For us, all athletes, we know, like, for example, when you shoot that ball, it's like it's love, it's home,
it is,
right?
Yeah.
But then it's like, okay, where else is home, right? Besides your sport, where else is home? Where else do you feel love? Where else do you feel happy? That is what you need to figure out, right? So, yeah.
Yeah, and people don't realize it's so easy to do, because to get to the college level, the amount of time, effort, sacrifices you're making, everything that you're pouring into the sport, it's so easy to be so engrossed in it. Like, that's what you feel like your identity is. But what I want to say for listeners too, especially young athletes, is don't let it get to a point where the sport had to be taken away from you, whether it be injury. So for me, basketball, I learned it because I learned that I needed to learn more about myself after COVID took basketball away. We weren't able to play. So I'm like, okay, what else am I doing? Athletes, don't let it get to a point to where the game has to be taken away from you, that you learn, like, oh, like, who am I? Like, what am I gonna do? You know what I'm saying? start like learning that stuff. Start learning that stuff ahead of time. And it could be like small things. Like I know you mentioned achievements, like what would you mention achievements? But sometimes it could just be like, hey, I'm just learning this new skill.
Literally.
You know, just start from like, hey, I'm just learning this new, or like, oh my God, I just like going to see this. Maybe I'm
exactly
just, you know, just small things.
Yes. If you like to go to an aquarium, if that makes you happy, go do that.
Yes.
Like don't wait until you get hurt, or like she said, do not wait until the sport gets taken away from you for you to figure out who you are. You can do it now. Like start now, understand who you are now.
Yes. I've said this several times. I'm going to say it again. Like athletics is what we do. It's not who we are.
Yes.
It's not who we are.
Yes, that is so good. Literally, it's what you do. Like it's a talent. It's not you. It's a talent. Understand that, please.
Yes. Now, for you specifically, can I ask, like, what are the things that you learn about yourself? What are the things that you're passionate about? Like, I see you make content. You sit up here with your brand, like,
brand, baby.
Stop the brand. Like, talk about like your journey and discovering more about you, the different layers and all of that.
So with that, I want to talk about emotions, right? Especially us as young women, right? People tell us that it's not good for us to show emotions, right? That when we show emotions, we're weak. Understand this, right? Especially me personally, I feel emotions very intensely, right? Throughout my life, I've been told that that's a bad thing. If you're that type of person, you need to use that to your advantage. So when it comes to things that make you feel happy, things that make you feel at peace, things that make you feel loved, things that make you feel excited, things that make you feel calm, that is what you need to target to, right? So understanding like, okay, I found that being behind the camera, making content, that makes me feel amazing, right? It makes me feel like I can just be my authentic self. And with me feeling emotions so intensely, it's like, okay, I know that this right here, this is what I want to do, right? Because it makes me feel a certain way. So with that, it's like, understand what makes you feel a certain way. Understand your feelings, because when you can understand your feelings, you can understand what works for you and what doesn't work for you. Right. You know, so yeah.
I love that. I love that. And so talking about, I guess, okay, so speaking of content, there's a video that I saw that really stuck out to me. It's a recent video. I think you made it at the beginning of August, and you talked about how we need to get out of a victim mindset. We need to get out of like, you know, making excuses for ourselves and stuff like that. So one, I wanted to ask you, when it comes to creating content, is like the motivating others, is that something that pours, like kind of fills you up? And two, when it comes to having that victim mindset, like what kind of things were you witnessing to like inspire this type of content?
Girl, that's a good question. I'm not gonna lie. Like, that's a great question. Okay, so with me, for one, I love to motivate people, right? Because I didn't have that. And when it comes to having that victim mindset, right? I noticed that everybody in this world goes through something, right? Some people it's worse than others. Some people it's less than others, right? But you have to understand that nobody is coming to save you at all, right? You have to get up and you have to save yourself, right? You have to help yourself, right? So when it comes to like the fact that I mentioned like the victim mindset, the reason I mentioned that is because throughout my life, I was always the type of person to have the victim mindset. But you have to understand that, like I said before, nobody's coming to save you. And that's just what it is. And it took me a really long time to understand that, right? Nobody cares about your story. Nobody cares about like your pity. I'm gonna keep it real. You know what I'm saying? Like,
especially in athletics.
No, literally. They only care what you can do for them. Right? So it's like, you have to get up and save yourself. And I noticed that when I speak my mind and I speak through authenticity, I help so many people, right? So I'm a voice for a lot of younger ladies who just don't have that outlet, right? So I hope that answers your question. I hope I'm not getting like sidetracked.
No, yeah, that makes sense.
But I just say all of that to say, like, for one, please, you have to stop with the victim mindset. You have to get up and save yourself. If there's a life that you want, you have to go get that life. You have to do everything it is that you need to do to save yourself and get the life that you want. Other than that, nobody's going to come and pick you up out of bed, tell you to brush your teeth, and tell you to go eat. It's all up to you, and you have to help yourself. Help your younger self. She needs you, or he needs you. You get what I'm saying? Like, take care of yourself like you're your child.
Yeah.
Right? Like, have a picture of yourself on your mirror of your younger self. You look at her or him every day, and you work towards your goals to help that little girl or that little boy. That's it.
That's so good. And I want to stay right there for a little bit, because I feel like you just I'm dropping gems.
Yeah.
Cash flow. But I want to stay right there a little bit, because I think a lot of times people don't understand what it looks like when it comes to taking care of yourself. Sometimes like, I know there's mental health when it comes into play, that makes it very hard. So sometimes taking care of yourself and getting out of that victim mindset looks like, I need help, I'm going to go get help. I'm gonna go advocate for myself. I'm not doing okay. Instead of sitting in the excuse, I'm gonna go and I'm gonna find professional help. I'm gonna go and I'm gonna talk to a friend. I'm gonna go and I have a mentor or an adult that I can trust with my information. I'm gonna go and talk to them. Or if not, like, if you don't have anybody that you can trust yet, hey, I need to do something to where I'm getting this out of me. I'm gonna journal. I'm gonna record this. I'm gonna share my story. TikTok has been, and people can advocate for it either way, as far as like how damaging social media can be or how good it can be. But one thing that I've always seen on social media, especially on TikTok, is there's community out there.
Yeah.
Like, if you post your story, a lot of you will be surprised as to how many other people are going through similar things or need similar types of help.
I agree.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, sometimes taking care of yourself isn't just, okay, I'm going to go like run a marathon, or I'm going to go like, I'm going to get up and it's all going to be fixed in one day. Sometimes it's going to take small steps day by day. And sometimes it's just starting with, I need help. I'm going to get help.
Exactly. I agree 100%. And just like you said, there's community out there. And like, piggyback into the victim mindset, right? You're not the only one going through what you're going through. Post that video, reach out for help, because there's so many people in this world going through the same exact thing that you're going through, right? So just post your story, right? Reach out for help. Take care of yourself. It's not going to change in one day, right? For example, where we are now, we didn't get here in one day, right? It took us years. It took us months to get to where we are now, right? So it takes time, and invest in yourself, invest in your health, invest in you. It's literally you versus you. That's literally it.
Hello. So like we just talked about, everything's not built overnight. I want to talk about your brand a little bit. I want to talk about your clothes. Can you talk about where this is inspired from? What really you want to send? What message you want to send through your clothes, and how are you going to, like, what do you see? Where do you see it going in the next few years?
So in the next few years, I see it really big. It's going to be on billboards. It's going to be probably the biggest clothing brand that you've ever seen in your life.
It's stamped right now. It's stamped.
You heard it here first, right? So, but when, younger, and this is a unisex clothing line, right? So it's not just for younger women, right? It's soon to be for men as well. But when you put Fortis on, I want everybody to feel that transformation, right? Because for me, there was a long time in my life where it was like, I need help. I'm screaming for help, but nobody's hearing me.
Wow.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It was always like, I am drowning and nobody's noticing. But it took time for me to understand, like, okay, I've been drowning for years and nobody's paying attention, right? But when you put this on, I want you to understand and know, can I cuss?
Yeah, go ahead, girl.
You can do whatever the fuck you want to do when you put this on. Okay? You can achieve whatever goal you want to achieve when you put for this on. That is what I want you guys to know. Okay? And that's just what it is.
That's just what it is.
That's just what it is. You know what I'm saying?
So we talked a lot about building a brand. We talked a lot about emotions, how it is okay to feel strongly. Yes. I wanted to ask your perspective as a Black woman, as a track athlete as well. And this is not to bash anybody, to bash a professional athlete or anything like that. I wanted to ask your perspective about Sha'Carri Richardson. And I wanted to ask your perspective about, like, you know, the recent events and kind of just how you feel around the subject, especially when it's like, you know, this somebody in the professional setting.
Right. So with that, I want to tell all the younger athletes, older athletes too, it is so important for us, especially as Black women, it is important for us to control our emotions. Our emotions are meant to be felt, right? Our emotions are not meant to be reacted off of. That is how things escalate in the span of a minute, right? So it is important for us to understand that when we're angry, we need to feel that emotion. When we're sad, we feel that. When we're happy, we feel that. We're human, right? As humans, we have emotions and they're meant to be felt. That is how we're wired. That is how we were made. You get what I'm saying? So when it comes to your emotions, there's no point, and it doesn't make any sense for you to react off of your emotions. Like you said, this is not to bash anyone, right? But you have to understand, reacting off of our emotions is, for one, the wrong thing to do. And for two, it can change your life and it can bring your life downhill in the split of 1 second, right? So understand that. Feel your emotions, don't react off of them. I said that like 3 times because it is like so important for us to understand, again, especially as Black women, our emotions are meant to be felt and not reacted off of. So understand that.
Yeah, I feel like there's now one, like you said, like that's anger it's literally biblical. Like we're literally instructed to understand that we're going to get angry sometimes, but to react in anger, do nothing in anger. I got to put the exact verse in there, but it's literally biblical.
Yeah.
And I also want to like, okay, it's a time and place for everything. We're in the airport, babe.
Yeah.
I feel like that, like even not even as a Black woman, like anybody.
Yes.
Anybody. You're in the airport, like reacting like that. It's already very high pressure, like environment, you know? So, I mean, I just feel like that. And then again, adding on the layer of being a Black woman. And then also for her, I feel like Sha'Carri has had to battle a lot of negative media, and it's stuff that's not even like her fault. You know, so
I agree.
When you've already been through so much, it's like, I hate that, you know, this is added on. I hope she just is able to kind of take accountability and recover from it. But a lot of the things that you were saying, like making sure you're understanding your emotions, not reacting in anger is very important.
So important.
Yeah.
Like it can literally change in the split of a second. Your life can change in the split of a second. Right. And then like you said, we're in the airport. Like, not even just her in general. That can be anybody.
Yeah.
You're in the airport.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people around you.
Yeah.
Like you said, there's a time and place for everything.
Yeah.
Right. So, and then that brings me to say, like, think before you do, right? Especially in every situation you're in, always take a step back and analyze the situation before you do anything. That is so important. So, yeah.
Yeah, can I also, like you said, because I feel like as Black women, we're often grouped. So if somebody in the professional setting as a Black woman is doing something, automatically now people are going to be looking at Black women in all, like, you know what I'm saying?
Yes.
In general, looking at the same way, there's that angry Black woman stereotype. Like we have a lot more over our head when it comes to just being a Black woman in a professional setting.
Exactly. I agree.
Yeah. So I would now kind of to build onto that. Do you feel like you kind of represent the younger generation? Does a lot of younger athletes look up to you, and kind of how do you take that in stride with your platform?
Yeah. So for one, it's an honor to like be in this position, right? And then with that, it's like, I pay attention to the things that I do, right? Because a lot of people look at what I do and they think like, okay, she's doing it, so I should do that too, right? Whether if it's, for example, if it comes to like drinking, right? If somebody or if younger athletes see me drinking, they're going to think that's okay, right? And then when it comes to like for example, me meal prepping, they're going to think that's okay as well, right?
Yeah.
So understanding like the power that I hold in the position that I am in, I should look at the things that I do like, okay, if I do this, how will this make me seem to the other younger athletes, right? So it's just like being intentional with literally everything I do and just the way I move throughout life. So yeah.
Yeah. So do you have a professional, like a role model that you kind of look after?
That's a good question. Actually, I don't.
Really?
Yeah, it's so crazy. I don't.
That's crazy.
I
So you're just
know.
kind of building your path as you go along.
Exactly. Like I don't have a mentor. I don't look at any other athlete. It's just me.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. So is that something that you like, I guess not recommend, but what would you say is, because I've heard a lot of people say, you know, you should have a role model, have somebody that you can kind of build, like build their routine off of, like, you know, just kind of take advice from them. So what has your experience been like, just kind of navigating your journey and advancing, kind of just figuring it out on your own?
Yeah, it's been hard, right? But life is hard, right? But with me, I kind of stick by this saying where it's like, okay, you only live once. So why not make the best out of what we have, right? Why not? You get what I'm saying? Like, why not? Why, just make your life better.
Yeah.
That's all it is. And with me, I've never had like a mentor, right?
Yeah.
But it's like, I really pay attention to everything that is happening in my life, right? Because the way I think and the way I move, I understand and I know that in my life, everything is happening for a reason. And any situation that I am in, I do understand that it is trying to teach me something, right? It is trying to build me into the woman that I want to become, right? So I do have somebody I look up to, but she's not an athlete.
Okay, who is
right?
it?
It's Layla Hormozi. I don't know if you know who that is.
No, okay.
She's a CEO. She's a founder. She's a business owner.
Yes.
She's amazing.
Yes.
I watch her videos a lot. Shout out to her.
Yeah, shout out.
Yeah, shout out to her. But other than that, it's like I make sure, like, throughout life, I'm not blindsided, right? I'm not just maneuvering through life with like shades on, right? So I see things for what it is and I pay attention, right? So when life is trying to teach me a lesson, I learn from it and I don't ever backtrack.
Yeah, so, that's good.
Yeah.
That's good. I love it. So last couple of questions. I wanted to ask, is there anything about you that, now you're already in, the media and creating your own content, but is there anything you haven't really shared or anything about you that like people may not see on the surface level that you want people to know?
That's a good question. Let me see. In what aspect though?
In any aspect that you want to share, like it really could be anything.
Okay. Let's see. That's a good question.
Got to think it. Yes.
I mean, what about like a hobby, like something?
Yes. Yes. Let's do it.
I don't know. I love animals.
Okay.
Like this is a good one.
Okay.
I found this place in Greensboro where they have like this shelter. It's like a whole bunch of dogs in like little cages or whatever. I literally go there like every other week and like chill with the dogs. It brings me so much peace. Only because growing up, I've always wanted to be a vet.
Really?
Yeah, it's so crazy. I've always wanted to be a vet. So like going there, it's like a reset for me.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I go there all the time, like literally by myself and just reset, sit with the dogs, chill with them, and it makes me feel good. So like, yeah.
Are dogs your favorite animal?
No.
What was your favorite animal?
I don't have a favorite though. I have like a kitten. She's like a Bengal cat. She's so cute. Oh my gosh. She's like leopard print. She's amazing. But I don't have a favorite animal. I wanted to be a vet. So I wanted to help like horse it. Another thing.
Yes.
Another thing about me. So I don't know if you ever heard of the movie Spirit.
Yes. Yeah, you heard it.
So it's like, for those of you that don't know, the movie Spirit, it's a horse. It's a brown horse. Amazing. With that, I've always growing up, I would always say, I'm going to have a horse because my name is Spirit.
Yeah.
It just makes sense to have a horse. Like, why not? So, yeah.
I love it. That's so, like, is that, like, obviously I know veterinary school is a lot. So what is it now? Like, do you still have those dreams or you want to?
No. It's just not. I think growing up, it wasn't me like wanting to be a vet. What I actually wanted was to like have, I would always say this, I would always want to have like my own veterinarian hospitals in every state. I would always say that as a child, which is crazy. Yeah. Because now I want to have like my own, like maybe gyms or my stores in like every state. You get what I'm saying? Yeah. So it all kind of ties into that. But I mean, yeah. So I don't want to be a vet anymore, though. Yeah.
I was looking back at school and everything. That's a lot. Wow. But okay, now this is kind of changing gears. But you talked about having the name Spirit. I feel like that's just such a power. People don't understand how much power comes behind your name. Yes. Comes behind names and things that you speak over your life. Yes. So is that something that you embody, having like a strong spirit or like, you know, whatever type of thing? Is that something that you embody as you gone along your journey?
Yeah, 100%. Fun fact, actually, growing up, I was always ashamed of my name. Right? It was always like I didn't want nobody to call me Spirit. I felt like it was a DUMB name, right? But now my name holds a lot of power, right? So it's like it just goes with me so well because of my energy and just my aura in general. Like I can walk in a room without saying a word and I am felt. Yes. Regardless. You get what I'm saying?
I agree. Yeah, I know it. Yes.
Like, I am felt, and it took me a long time to actually understand that. Right? And I would always downplay myself because it's like people would downplay me. But you know, as children, we don't know. Yeah. You get what I'm saying? Like we're innocent, we don't know. Yeah. But it's like, yes, my name does hold a lot of power. Yeah. And it ties in perfect with my energy, with my aura, because it's big, it's loud, it's energetic. That's just what it is.
I think it fits you perfectly.
Yeah, I agree. I
fits you perfectly. And I want to re-emphasize parents. What you speak over your kids, what you name your kids is extremely important. I don't think we're like, we need to be very intentional.
Yes, literally. Yes.
And that goes for first names, middle names,
yes. Bro, it's so crazy. I would say this all the time. It is so important for you to name your child something where it's like, okay, they're gonna walk into the room, you're going to hear their name and feel their presence. That's just what it is. That's just what it is.
Yeah, it's a level of respect that comes with things and just the meanings behind it. Sometimes it's just you embody that because we're spiritual beings. Yes. We are spiritual beings. So the things that we're speaking over our lives, things we're calling ourselves, things that we're saying, it all affects you. We may not understand it now, but it all affects you.
100%. I agree so much. And then to piggyback off of that, it's like, speak life into your life. Speak life over your life, right? And you see a lot of like parents and like, I guess, what is his name? Sanders. You know Sanders?
Deion Sanders, yes.
And his two sons.
Shiloh and Shadur.
Yes. They reached that level because their father spoke life over them throughout their whole life. Yes. So that goes to show you it is so important. Even if you don't have anybody to speak that over you, you speak that over yourself. Yes. That is how important and how powerful our tongue and our words are. So speak life literally over yourself and your life.
That's it. Speak it over yourself. Speak it over the generations to come. Yes. Speak it over anybody you may meet. You never know how your words can affect them, how it can build them up. Yep. Like you just never know. Speak life, speak life.
Yes.
I'll buy that. Yes. It's very important. We don't understand that.
Yes, I agree. Especially for like younger athletes as well. They don't understand where it's like, It can be as small as you saying, I'm so tired, right? It can be as small as you saying like, oh my gosh, like I'm so stupid. Those things have a major effect on your life, whether you know it or not. Speak, even if you don't believe it.
Yeah.
You tell yourself, like when I'm tired, I tell myself I'm not tired. And then eventually 30 minutes later, I'm not tired anymore.
Yeah.
Like your tongue is so powerful. Use it to your advantage.
Yes. It's literally biblical.
Yes.
Another thing, biblical.
Yes.
Biblical.
I agree.
Speak life into yourself. Speak life into the generations to come. Now, just to wrap it on up, for younger athletes, is there a message that you have for them? We've already dropped a lot of gems, so if you didn't get a message before.
Right. Baby, pick up the gems, please.
If you didn't get a message before. But is there any, like, I would say, like, maybe words or pieces of advice that you just want to kind of give out just to end the podcast on?
Yes. So for the younger athletes or older athletes, it doesn't matter. I want to tell you, right? Life is going to continue to throw curveballs at you. Life does not stop. The sun is going to rise and it is going to set again. And after that, it's going to rise again and set again. And it's going to keep going. What I want you to do is hold your head high, right? Pick your crown up. Put your crown on your head yourself. Keep moving forward. Okay, keep your chin up. I don't care what type of distress you in, right? I don't care if this bad thing happened to you. I want you to hold your head high, and I want you to keep doing what it is that you need to do to get the life that you want. That's just what it is.
It's out there. Go get it.
Go get it.
Go get it.
Go get it.
Well, that's all that I have for today. I, again, just really appreciate your time, your perspective. I hope anybody listening that you really just pick up what she's talking about. Follow her story. Well, I'm going to put all the pages up there.
Yes.
I'm putting the brand up there. But yeah, I just want to say thank you.
Well, thank you for having me. It is an honor, because it is an honor to be on this podcast, for one. For two, this podcast is going to go up. I'm telling you right now. Listen, it is going to go up. And we are going to be sitting in the big room. And then we're going to play this video on the projector when we get there.
Yes. Stamping it now.
Hello.
Bye, guys. Thank you again, and see us next time.